All right, guys. So, '03 Mercury Grand Marquis. I'm doing the spark plugs and coils. A quick tutorial. I'm sure there's plenty out there already. But guys, so these are the tools that I'm using. So, a quarter ratchet. For the coils, to remove the actual coils, you'll need a 7 millimeter. So, I already got this one out here. But if you can see right there, that's a 7 millimeter. You'll need an extension. I want to say this is about a 4-inch extension. You'll just slap it right in there, give it a twist, and then you see it'll come right out. And then what you want to do, so the tabs for the coil, they're actually underneath here. So you'll just pinch it and pull it out. So I'll show you. This is the one that was here in front. So the actual tab, like I said, it's underneath. You'll just pinch this down, pull it out, very simple and easy. Take this bolt off, and then you're actually able to wiggle this out. Some people actually take off the fuel rail. I wouldn't do all that. I mean, you could, but I didn't. And I was able to get the old coil off. Like this part here of the coil is like flexible. So once you take off the connector, you take off the bolt, you just kind of have to angle this top part a little bit, and then you can just pull it right off. Kind of got off track, but you'll need that 7 mil, quarter-inch, 4-inch extension. On this side, when you do the driver side, 8 millimeter, you just put it right in there, twist it right off. So you'll need to take this here off, this clamp. You'll need to take this clamp off. So I already pre-loosened these already, so I kind of cheated. So you'll take those off, and then you'll need to take these little vacuum hoses off. So there's this one here that's already loose, and then this one where my other finger's at. So you'll pop both of these off, and then you'll remove this tube. I'll show you guys a little later on once I get on the driver's side. And it's the exact same process for here, for on the other side. And obviously, guys, you'll need to have your 3/8 spark plug socket. Just your simple 3/8 ratchet. It would help if you guys have a swivel head, but as you can see, mine's broke and I forgot, so I had to use this one. If you have a swivel head, you'll have more leverage and be able to get at those weird angles. Doing all 8 spark plugs, all 8 coils, because it does have like a slight shake to it. No check engine light though, but I definitely feel it every now and then. It'll have a slight shake. Doesn't smoke or anything like that. So gonna take out these spark plugs out. Here's how the old one looks. Not the worst, but definitely not the best either. Okay, so I figured I'd show you guys how I put the spark plug back on. So first, you can see I got socket for days, and then if you can see there, the spark plug is in my spark plug socket. So you just line it up to the hole right there, let it drop into its seat. Always you want to tighten it by hand first on your spark plugs, and then just twist it by hand as much as you can. Grab your ratchet and just start tightening it. So you don't need to get these super tight. I'll put the exact torque on the screen here. And also, I forgot to mention, but the gap on these spark plugs, I know a lot of videos that I've watched didn't say it's 0.054. What I'm using is probably not the best tool, but that's my spark plug gapper right there. So as I mentioned, these coils, you can kind of move them around a little bit. So you can just kind of come at an angle here underneath. I might struggle a little bit, but that's okay because I can edit it out, make it look super easy for you guys, but maybe I'll keep that in. So I already kind of got it in place. I can tell that the rest of the boot is in the right spot. So now you could just apply a little bit of pressure. Let me angle the camera a little better here. Okay, I tried to angle the camera a little better, but here you can see me apply a little bit of pressure. What I'm trying to do is line up this piece with this piece here. And as I do that, this kind of blocked it. I want to show you guys. If I can move this to the side. Bam. And just like that, we are in. We put in our screw. We plug in our connector. And then we'll be good to go. So let me screw this down. Again, 7 mil. Okay, so it was snug on there. You'll just double check again that the coil is all the way down there, and then you look for your connector and you plug it into the right spot here. So you should hear a click. Make sure you have it facing the right way, of course, that's very important. Okay, hope you guys heard that, but it clicked. Give it a little tug. You see here it's not moving. Coil itself, you tighten it down just a little more so that way it's snug. Get a few more turns. Remember guys, it's plastic, so you don't want to break it. I'll try to put the torque ratings on there for you guys, but there you go. I'm moving the coil now and it's not moving at all. So that's 7 more to go. Okay guys, so we're moving right along. We're at the last spark plug, the 4th one on the passenger side. As I figured, this one was so not too hard, not too easy. Actually, it wasn't even that hard. You just kind of have to come at this angle, remove the tube. The two in the middle, so this one and this one, very easy, super duper easy. The last one, again, this one isn't hard. You just kind of got to know where to kind of hit it from. The spark plugs are kind of angled towards the cabin. They're not straight up, they're actually angled. So what I did with that very long extension that I showed you guys early on in the video, I used it, I dropped it in by hand, grabbed my socket, started hacking away at it, came right off. So you kind of have to come behind here, behind this like heater hose, by this trans dipstick. Only thing I had to remove was this little vacuum that's like right by the coil, so I removed it so I won't damage it. Remove the plug, pull the coil out, stick that in, take that spark plug out, and you're good to go. Again guys, be very careful with this stuff because you know these are older cars. So this stuff can break if you're a little too aggressive with it. So that's why I removed this. I didn't have to, but I would be hitting it too much if I didn't. So just want to make sure nothing here is breaking. I loosened this up already, so just like that, that spark plug comes out. And take a look at that guys. So, and look at all that crap that's in there. So be very careful when you are taking the stuff out and putting the new stuff back in, because this car was sitting for a while. I believe it was like under a tree or something, because take a look at this stuff. Literal walnuts. Like, imagine if this would have fell in there, you know. We are all done with the passenger side. So all 4 new coil spark plugs all tightened down. I wanted to show you guys, so like that little hose that I was talking about, it's like right here on the last, it's like on this little stud on by the last coil. So all you do, you literally just pop it off just like this, so you're careful with it. It comes right off. Again, it plugs in right there, and then to put it back on, you just pop it back on just like so, and you're good to go there. So again, this is kind of in the way of that last coil, so just to make sure you don't break anything, I just removed it just for safety. So you make sure you plug in this tube if you took it off. I did, so I plugged it back in, and everything's good to go on the passenger side. Next, let's move on over to the driver's side. Again, 8 mils, 1 and 2 right there. You could also use a flathead. I prefer the 8 mil because you could use the socket and take it off quicker. Here we have some vacuum hoses, so you just pop these right off. You'll have 1, and then you'll have 2 right here. Take those 2 off. Then you just have to pull this tube off on the intake side and by the air box. So you say a few nice words. Just like that, she comes right off. Bam. Right underneath this good stuff, you see your other 4 coils. Just from what I can see, this one looks like it's probably going to be very easy. Maybe these 2 don't look too hard. This one may give me some trouble, so I'll bring the camera back on when I hit this one and let you know how this goes. Ooh, look at that. Could use a little bit of a cleaning, but yeah, let's see how this goes. All done on the driver's side. On the previous clip, I said that I would have thought this last one here, if I could zoom in, this last one here was going to be very hard or a little challenging. To my surprise, it was actually not. All I had to do was remove this sensor here that connects to the throttle body. So all I did was just pop the sensor out, move it to the side, and I was able to take everything off, so that way I don't damage any of the wires. So you just plug that back in and you're good to go. This side, everything was very easy, straightforward. I actually think the driver's side was easier than the passenger side. Just that you need to do a little extra by removing the intake tube. If I bring you guys over to the coils here that I took out, I found it very interesting because there was actually one Denso coil. All my other coils were like the standard brand. They're not Motorcraft or anything, at least I don't think so. But I do want to say someone was under the hood trying to mess with it, maybe chasing this misfire. Maybe they ran the codes and saw that it was a misfire on this cylinder and they swapped out a coil. But that's the spark plugs and coils on the Grand Marquis. I believe it's the same for like I don't know. Like these cars were made forever, so so this is an 03, and I believe they made them up until 11. So I'm sure even the older ones is a similar process. So you don't need to remove the fuel rail on this. So I just showed you guys how to do it using the right extensions. You can definitely take out the spark plugs and coils on it. This is one of the old spark plugs, so it's a good brand, Motorcraft Platinum. That's what you're supposed to use on these Fords and Mercuries. It's just that they're very old. Looks like it could be one of the original ones. So that's that. So now what I'm gonna do, button everything back up, bring you guys back once I have it ready to turn it on. It had like a slight little shake when it was idling. When I was driving, it was perfectly fine. Maybe once in a while it kind of sputtered, but I'm hoping now with the spark plugs and the new coils, it's gonna fix that and it's gonna run very smooth. I also noticed that it was burning through gas very quickly, so the fuel mileage was a little off. So hopefully we get better fuel mileage now here. Alrighty guys, so we're all finished up with the spark plugs and coils. So as you can see, she's running. So she's not sputtering anymore. She sounds very healthy. I took her on a quick test drive. Very responsive. I'm gonna make a separate video about this car, you know, reviewing it, giving you guys a detailed walkover and stuff, checking out the inside and all of that good stuff, because this is gonna be my next flip car. The black Grand Marquis, which I'm gonna give an update on that video as well, has sold already. I'll let you guys know how much. Well, you guys already know how much I bought it for. I bought it for $600 and I put a little bit of money into it, and then I'll let you guys know how much I sold it for. This is a really good one. This is a one owner. It only has, I want to say, like 80 some thousand miles. I think it's 85. And it's just really been sitting, and she sounds very good. I'm gonna put the mic closer to the engine so you guys can hear it. So there you go, guys. So that's how you do the spark plugs and coils on a 03 Grand Marquis. And then stay tuned for the next video where I'm going to be showing this car. I got a few other cars that I picked up, so I also want to show you guys that. I know a lot of my videos lately have been like the Panther cars, which I honestly really like. And it's crazy because I'm kind of like a die-hard Chevy guy. You're gonna see the other cars that I have, they're Chevys, they're GMs, but I have a thing for like these Panthers, the Crown Vics, the Mercuries. A few months ago I actually had a Marauder, but that was before I started doing YouTube. I'll put a picture up in the screen here. But yeah, I'll give you guys another video here soon, so stay tuned, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you guys have any feedback for me. Again, I'm not, you know, I'm just starting out, so I'm still learning all of this YouTube stuff. And I also want to mention, you know, I'm not no master mechanic by any means. You know, I don't want to be. I just try to do stuff on my own and learn along the way, because I'd rather do it than pay someone else to do it if I'm able to. Just stay tuned. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.